Yes, sir.
I'll just go to the console. So just type RDS. Type RDS on the search bar.
RDS. Yes, sir.
I told you that RDS can be created in multiple ways. Can be multiple ways. One
Multiple ways.
is whether we can create in the instance, we can just
Yes, sir.
create the instance, and the instance we are going to install the RDS. Okay, or else
Yes,
the
sir.
Amazon will create the automatically database. Okay, here I will going to create a
Yes,
RDS
sir.
for the one instance. I'm going to log in into the by we will create a Linux instance. I will going to log into the RDS. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So today's class we're going to discuss RDS, how to create RDS, and next thing is the
Yes, sir.
DynamoDB. Next is the DynamoDB.
DynamoDB. Sir, recording permission, sir.
So here I don't create any DBS. Here DB instance or no DB instance are there.
Recording in
Okay,
progress.
I have not created any
Yes,
DB
sir.
instance here. So yeah. I don't have any database instance here. So just click on the create database. Just click on the create database.
State database.
Here, so I told you that there are different database engines are there like Amazon Aurora, MySQL, MariaDB, PostgreSQL, Oracle, and Microsoft SQL Server. Whereas Oracle and Microsoft
Yes, sir.
SQL Server are totally enterprise for the corporate. So remaining MySQL and
Yes, sir. Yes,
MariaDB,
sir.
PostgreSQL is for the open source. So the Amazon
Open
Aurora
source.
is actually for the Amazon. Here two options are there. One is standard create, second one is the easy create. One is standard create, second one is the
Easy.
easy create.
Easy create.
So here if you
Yes.
select the easy create, most of the options will be automatically taken by the Amazon. Yeah, taken by the Amazon. There are no
Yes,
options
sir.
are there for the easy create. So don't have any options. You don't have any options here except
Yeah.
only the username. No need to create anything. Okay. Instead of selecting the easy create, I will select the standard create. I will select the standard.
Time to create. Create.
Here, which type of database you want to take? Whether you want to take Amazon Aurora, you want to take MySQL or MariaDB or PostgreSQL or Oracle or Microsoft SQL. Microsoft SQL Server. I just select the MySQL. Just select the MySQL.
MySQL.
So and which version you want to take? Okay, whether you can take 8.028 or any old version. Just stick to the present version. You want to take another version, you can take the another version also. Okay. Here
Yes, sir.
three types of options are there. We'll just go for that. One is a production option, second one is the development and testing option, and third one is the free tier option. Okay, so for to know the all options related to the database, we'll just select first the production. Okay, production, and it asking for the database
Yes, sir.
identifier. What is the database identifier? We'll just put the DB1. Put the DB1.
DB1.
So here asking for the admin password. So I'll just select the default admin username. That is the username is admin. You can change the admin username also. I'll just select the default username. Okay. Suppose you want to put the password, you can put here. I'll just selecting the password here. So here I'm just setting the password here. Setting the
Password.
password for the RDS.
Password. Yes, sir.
Okay. Here asking for the DB instance, which type of classes you need to add. Standard classes, memory optimized classes, and burstable classes. Like when you studied in the EC2 instance, same classes here. Different types of classes here. So suppose if you take the standard classes, the here 2 CPUs, 8 GB RAM, different EC2 instance here. Select, see this. There are different EC2 instances are there.
Yes, sir.
According to
Yes,
that,
sir.
you can select here. So whether you want to select standard classes, you want to select memory optimized classes, you want to select burstable classes. So according to your requirement, you can select the instance. Okay. So here storage type also
Yes,
different
sir.
storage types are also there. This storage types of storage classes also previous classes I had explained you. Okay. So what are the provisioned IOPS? What is the general purpose SSD and the provisioned IOPS and magnetic different types of storage type here. So here by the default for the production environment we selected the
Yes, sir.
provisioned IOPS and defaultly taken the 100 GB of storage. Okay. If you want to increase, you can increase also. If you want to increase also. By the default, it had taken the
You can
provision
increase.
IOPS also 3000. If you want to select the enable auto scaling, you can select auto scaling also. Okay. Here, what are the maximum storage threshold? You can here default it taken the 1000 GB. You can uh, increase or you can decrease. Like or you can put 120 GB and maximum it is a
Right.
65,000 GB. So it is a multi-agent deployment. You want to create another
Yes, sir.
instance in the another availability zone, you can select here. Suppose you want to select the IPv6 also, you can select here. No need. Okay. Suppose you had created a VPC, you can select here. I don't create any VPC right now,
Yes, sir.
default VPC. Whether you want to create public access or private access, it is generally public access. What is the private access? It will be accessible only VPC region only. So in generally for the public access over the
Yes,
internet,
sir.
you have to select the public access. Whether you want to create the public existing security group or you want to create a new security group. Okay, you can select here. You want to create a password authentication, all these things. So all these things when you had selected here, password authentication, all these things, when you select it will around $400 per month. It will take the $400 per month. I don't want to select all these things because of the I am not using right now production environment. And select the free tier account. Select the free tier account.
Yes, sir.
When you select the free tier
Yes, sir.
account, most of the options are eliminated. Only few options are there. See this. Okay. So it was actually selected by the default. Selected by the default. So here you can
Default.
select the automatic storage auto scaling. I'll just remove this one. If you want to select this, I can select here. So public access also there. So here already there choose existing security group. Here while I had created a existing security group previously, that was Amazon. So here RDS. Okay, RDS. I just delete the default
Yes,
and
sir.
added the new security group. Okay, available zone is 1 year.
Yes, sir.
Okay, availability zone is 1 year.
Yes, sir.
Suppose you want to create a
Mhm.
new security group, here select a create new and create the security group name. I'll put here RDS for new, RDS for new. You can add here. You can add here.
Yes,
Okay. So I need a password authentication,
yes, sir.
and if you want to need another additional configuration for CloudWatch, all these things you can add the additional configuration. I'll just put the DB1 also here, database name, default group. I will just, if you want to create a backup, you can create. I'll just deselect this one. Okay. So you want to create another
Yes, sir.
window to maintenance window or main or upgrade, you can select here. Okay. You want to select enable delete
Yes, sir.
protection, you can select here. So basically this cost is no cost is there for the free tier. So the 20 GB it will take. Yeah, 20 GB. See how much database GB here taken? 20 GB. So
20 GB.
20 GB. For production one, it will be like 65,000 GB you can select. Okay. I just deselected all the
Yes, sir.
option because of the pricing. Okay, pricing. So I had created a
Yes,
new
sir.
security group. The security group is the RDS for new. RDS for new. Okay. All this thing I have selected. Database name is DB1. Database name is DB1 and created database.
DB1
Okay.
database.
So it will take time to create the database. Once it is created, then we'll go to create a EC2 instance. Through Linux instance, we're going to access the RDS. Going to access the RDS.
RDS.
It will take some time to create. Okay, once it is created, then we are going to connect the database through Linux instance. You can
Yes, sir.
connect the Linux instance, we can connect through the Windows instance. Both are same, no problem. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Let me check that whether is database created or not.
Yes, sir.
I have not selected any backup. I have not selected any auto scaling. I have not selected any update. All these things. Keep default. Keep default.
Default.
Still it is creating. It will take some time to create the database. Once it is database created, we're going to access the database through Linux EC2 instance. So there is no need to connect the database through EC2 instance. We can connect from your local computer also. Okay, but I don't want to connect this database through my local computer. I want to connect this database through a Linux EC2 instance that was in there in the console. It is in the console. So here,
Yes, sir. Okay.
still it taking time to create. So it takes time to create. In the meanwhile, go for the EC2 instance. We'll create the EC2 instance. Create the
Yes, sir.
instance. Click on the launch instance. Here, click on the launch instance.
My system.
Select the launch Linux instance.
Yes, sir.
Config instance it is. 1A. Enable. Next, add storage. Here, select the existing security group what had created. That is the RDS for which one? Previous create chesam kada RDS for new.
Yes, sir.
So, in create chesam security
Yes,
group
sir.
name. RDS for new.
Yes, sir.
Then
Yes, sir. Yes,
review and launch. By the default is RDP port is the SSH port is disabled. Again, you have to go for the security group. Again, you have to add the security group for the add the SSH double two port the 22 port for the RDS. I just select the launch instance. Launch instance. I will put a new
yes, sir.
prepare. RDS Linux. RDS Linux. Here launch instance. View instance. View instance.
Okay.
Select the instance. Select the security group. Here security group is this. And edit the security group. Add the SSH port. Add the SSH port.
Yes, sir.
Because by the default you don't have a permission to access the SSH. Okay. Here we're going to add the SSH port to the security group. To the security group.
Hello.
వినిపించట్లేదా?
Sir, ఇప్పుడు
Wait.
ఇందాక మీ వాయిస్
So
బ్రేక్
internet
అయిపోయింది, sir.
internet problem. Wait. Due to slow internet issue also the problem occurs. Here click on this one, edit inbound rules. Edit inbound rules. Add the rule here,
Inbound rule.
SSH, because we don't have any.
Yes, sir.
Save rules. Save rules.
Rule.
Again, go to the dashboard of VC2. Go to the instance. Select the instance. Copy the IP address. Go to the mobile extra.
Yes, sir.
Connect to the instance. Connect to the instance.
Instance.
So click on the sessions. Click on the SSH. Add the IP address.
Yes, sir.
Add the key for the instance.
Yes, sir.
So log into the root. Log in into the root.
Root.
So just type EC2-user.
Yes, sir.
Log into the root. Log into the root. And install this client software. So because we had taken the Amazon MySQL, so then select this one. Okay. Sorry.
Yes, sir.
This one. Install this command. Am install MySQL. Am install MySQL.
Yes, sir. MySQL.
Am install MySQL.
Yes, sir.
So then again go to the RDS instance. Go to the RDS instance and copy the endpoint of the RDS. Copy the endpoint of the RDS.
Yes, sir.
So through RDS endpoint, we're going to access the database. We're going to access the database.
Database.
Just click on the RDS. Open the database. Open the database and copy the endpoint. Copy the endpoint.
Endpoint.
Here, this is the DB instance. These are the DB instance I had created.
Yes, sir.
So here, click on the DB1. That is the DB instance.
Yes, sir.
This is the endpoint. This is the
Endpoint.
copy this endpoint.
Yes, sir.
Here, this is the command need to execute here. Use the command you need to
Yes, sir.
execute here. Here hyphen U means user, user is admin, hyphen P means password, and here what is the database name is DB1. Database name is the DB1.
DB1.
So MySQL hyphen H to access this database, MySQL hyphen H, followed with the endpoint of the database name, followed with the username, that is admin, followed with the password, followed by the database name, followed by the database name. Okay.
Database.
So just clear here.
Yes, sir.
Just clear here. Screen that. And just paste the command. Just paste the command. So when paste the command, ask for the password. For the password.
Okay.
See there, I just now selected a So it connected to the MySQL. Connected to the MySQL. You observe this. Had connected to the MySQL here. Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
So there is a
Yes, sir.
thing.
Yes, sir.
So if you know the MySQL, then you can create the MySQL queries and MySQL database. That is not our duty to create the here do database or anything. I just connected to the MySQL database, and just now that database MySQL database prompt is showing here. Okay. If you know the MySQL, if you are the database administrator, then you can create the database queries, and you can create anything. Understand?
Yes, sir.